parties, at least a lot of them, are taking place in the Virgin Islands, which again just makes you go, what's happening here? Because Jeffrey Epstein, obviously his home, or he owned an island that was just off the coast of St. Thomas. So we hear that again.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving straight into one of the most insane stories shaking up the entire entertainment world right now. The chaos surrounding music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, the explosive face-off between Candace Owens and Jay-Z, and the jaw-dropping rumors dragging in some of the biggest names ever, Beyonce, Aaliyah, and more. This one has the internet in a total frenzy. But before we get into it, let's get something straight. Everything in this video comes from publicly available reports, online commentary, and speculation floating around social media. Nothing here is claimed as fact unless confirmed by official sources, so take it all as part of the ongoing discussion. We're just connecting the dots and breaking down what's got everyone talking. Now, let's talk about the moment that lit the match. Candace Owens, famous for her unfiltered opinions and no-nonsense attitude, went live on air and directly called out Jay-Z. The setting was tense, the air thick with energy, and the audience could feel that something major was about to happen. Candace came out swinging, questioning Jay-Z about his long-standing friendship and business connections with Diddy, and the tone said it all. According to multiple reports, Candace didn't just tiptoe around it. She went straight in, asking if Jay-Z had ever known about or ignored the disturbing rumors surrounding Diddy's infamous private parties. These are the same events that, as of now, are reportedly tied to serious federal investigations. You could literally hear a pin drop. The silence said everything. Viewers flooded the comments, saying they could feel the tension through their screens.
I grew up listening to Jay-Z. I would say Jay-Z and Kanye probably had the biggest influence on me, and there's a lot in Jay-Z's music that I'm so grateful for because he made it clear on how to move in a business room, I would say.
Yeah.
But then he gets up on stage and him and his wife tell people to vote for Hillary Clinton. I know Jay-Z is smart enough to know that's wrong. I know he's smart enough to know that because I listened to the DNA of his music. So if you got out, why don't you tell other people how to get out? And that's when I lost respect for Jay-Z, and it is what made me gain more respect for Kanye because he is willing to say stuff that makes him unfavorable in Hollywood, where I think Jay-Z really cares about what Hollywood thinks about him. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Jay-Z, clearly caught off guard, tried to keep things calm and professional. He said it was important to separate personal friendships from business relationships, making sure to firmly deny ever seeing or being involved in anything inappropriate linked to Diddy. But that didn't stop the internet from exploding with questions and theories, because once Candace dropped that bomb, there was no putting the lid back on this one. That moment didn't just go viral, it exploded across the internet like wildfire. Within hours, clips of the Candace Owens and Jay-Z exchange were everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, X, YouTube, even news outlets couldn't stop replaying it. Viewers were in total shock, and everyone had an opinion. Some people were cheering Owens on, saying she was asking what everyone's been too scared to say out loud. Others were furious, accusing her of spreading unproven allegations and stirring up drama on live TV. No matter which side you were on, one thing was undeniable. The entertainment world had just been hit with another earthquake. Jay-Z's reaction only fueled the fire. He stayed calm, almost too calm, choosing his words carefully, answering like a man who knew every syllable mattered. It was that lawyer-like tone that made people suspicious. Was he being smart and cautious, or was he hiding something? Social media went into overdrive trying to decode every facial expression, every pause, every word that came out of his mouth. Memes, breakdowns, and conspiracy threads were everywhere. But this explosive moment didn't come out of nowhere. It had been building for months. Rumors about Diddy's lavish lifestyle, questionable business practices, and those secretive invite-only gatherings had been leaking online nonstop.
Oh my gosh, where do we begin? All right, well, he's changed his name many times over the years. You might know him as Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, Puffy, Puff, P. Diddy, or just Diddy, the D, the I, the D, the D, the Y.
The tension between Diddy's circle and the media was at an all-time high, and Candace Owens just ripped the lid off the pressure cooker. Then came the turning point: federal raids on Diddy's mansions in Los Angeles and Miami. Reports claim authorities allegedly seized computers, phones, and documents, suggesting something much bigger might be going on behind the scenes. What started as celebrity gossip suddenly turned into a potential criminal investigation, and people were glued to every update. According to major news outlets, Diddy now faces several civil lawsuits with heavy accusations, including assault, trafficking, and coercion. His legal team immediately fired back, calling the claims baseless and opportunistic, saying Diddy is being targeted because of his fame and wealth. But despite the denials, the buzz hasn't died down one bit. If anything, it's gotten louder, because now everyone's wondering who else in the industry might get dragged into this growing storm. And that's exactly where Candace Owens jumped right back into the spotlight. After that explosive showdown with Jay-Z, she wasn't done. Not even close. She went online and dropped a bombshell video, claiming she had received leaked footage tied to the ongoing Diddy investigation. According to her, the clips allegedly showed disturbing scenes from some of Diddy's infamous private parties, the same ones that have everyone talking non-stop. Now let's make this clear again. None of these videos have been verified by any credible source. There's no official confirmation, no law enforcement statement, nothing concrete. In fact, many online users believe the footage could be manipulated or straight up fabricated. Still, that didn't stop the internet from going wild. Once Candace hit upload, chaos erupted across every platform. People were arguing, speculating, and dissecting every second of what she showed. Owens came out swinging again, demanding transparency from the music industry, saying that every person involved, no matter how famous, should be held accountable.
Okay, well, there have always been rumors, and quite frankly, I always thought that they were conspiracies because they sounded crazy. First and foremost, rumors that he was gay. Also rumors that he was behind the killing of his quote-unquote best friend, the notorious B.I.G., and also that he had something to do with the killing of Tupac. Well, last year, things got interesting because Combs' ex, her name was Cassandra, she went by Cassie, and she filed a federal lawsuit against him in New York alleging years of assaults. Now, again, they dated for like more than 10 years, so she obviously was very close to him and knew his lifestyle.
Her words lit a fire online, sparking endless debates and wild theories about who those mysterious, powerful figures might be. Social media blew up with lists, names, and conspiracies. Everyone wanted to know who she was hinting at. Soon, fans and bloggers started floating a theory that's been circling for months, that Diddy might not be the only one at the center of all this. Some believe he could be a fall guy, taking the heat for bigger, hidden power players operating behind the scenes. And when it comes to naming names, one in particular keeps surfacing: Jay-Z. Now, this isn't new. Controversial singer Jaguar Wright has been claiming for years that Jay-Z allegedly has deep behind-the-scenes influence in the industry. According to her, certain elite figures use their power to control artists, shape careers, and manipulate outcomes the public never gets to see. Whether you believe it or not, it's a narrative that's only grown louder with everything happening now. But again, and this is key, none of these claims have been proven. They're pure allegations, built on speculation and whispers. Still, that exact mix of mystery and rumor is what keeps people glued to their screens, refreshing for updates, waiting to see what comes next. Then came the twist that sent shockwaves online. Anonymous insiders began claiming that during the federal raids on Diddy's homes, investigators might have uncovered encrypted data connected to his business empire, including possible communications with several high-profile celebrities. Nothing has been officially confirmed, but just the idea of it was enough to set social media on fire. Tweets, lives, and reaction videos flooded the web overnight, because if even a fraction of that rumor turns out to be true, it could change everything.
Her lawsuit contained graphic allegations that he raped her in 2018, that he physically abused her, that he intimidated her, that he made her have sex with male escorts while he watched. The lawsuit also alleged that he blew up another artist's car, his name was Kid Cudi, in order to stop him from seeing Cassie romantically when him and Cassie split up. The second big explosive thing that came from this document are the allegations that Diddy hosts freak-offs, essentially sexual events to procure blackmail on other people in the industry. That they all come and they have these drug-fused parties with underage boys, with underage girls. And throughout this lawsuit, he names multiple current rappers that have been involved in these parties and are therefore existing under blackmail, right? So if you can suddenly record somebody and they're hooking up with a person that is underage, if you're doing drugs and Diddy has cameras on it, well then Diddy owns you. Which leads me to think, what even is gangster rap? It's a question that I have been asking a lot. It seems to me that there is something intentional, that they are intentionally feeding us filth via the media. And I wonder if a lot of these artists are existing within this blackmail ring. And also, where have we heard this before?
Every single day seemed to uncover a brand new layer to this wild saga. Secret parties, exclusive guest lists full of A-list celebrities, private jets flying to mystery destinations, and even whispers about offshore accounts tied to the industry's biggest names. Online users were convinced there was a hidden network operating behind the scenes, while others insisted it was just more internet paranoia. Still, one rumor in particular set social media ablaze. Claims that blackmail tapes existed, recordings that could allegedly destroy careers if they ever saw the light of day. Some dismissed it as clickbait fantasy, but others swore there was truth hiding in plain sight. Whatever the case, this story was spinning out of control fast. While the internet was losing its mind, Jay-Z kept completely silent. No press statements, no posts, no clarifications, nothing. And in the celebrity world, that kind of silence hits harder than a statement ever could. Fans and bloggers began interpreting every little move he made, the photos he liked, the people he unfollowed, even what he didn't say, as hidden messages. It was like the whole world was trying to decode Jay-Z in real time. By this point, people online were connecting dots that maybe shouldn't be connected. Old beefs, broken friendships, strange collaborations. Everything from the early 2000s to now was being pulled into the chaos. That's when the story took a shocking turn, straight back to one of music's most heartbreaking tragedies, the death of Aaliyah. More than 20 years later, Aaliyah's 2001 plane crash still breaks hearts. She was young, talented, and on the edge of superstardom. But in the years since, conspiracy theories have kept her memory tangled in mystery. Some online circles began pushing a dark theory that her passing cleared the path for Beyoncé's solo rise. The claim spread like wildfire across TikTok and Reddit, with users posting timelines and alleged industry clues connecting the two careers. Let's be crystal clear, there's no solid evidence backing up any of those claims. Official reports confirmed Aaliyah's tragic death was caused by an overloaded plane, a devastating accident that shook the entire industry. Still, online gossip hasn't stopped. Forums and blogs continue to fuel speculation, suggesting that Aaliyah's rising fame might have made certain powerful people uncomfortable. And even though it's been over 2 decades, the whispers keep coming back, especially now, with Diddy and Jay-Z both under new waves of scrutiny. Fans can't help but revisit the past, wondering if some old stories were connected to something much deeper all along. The rumors surrounding Jay-Z's name just won't stop spinning. Long before his relationship with Beyoncé became one of the most famous unions in music history, whispers were already floating around that Jay-Z had once shown interest in Aaliyah. These stories have never been verified, yet they keep popping up in interviews, fan forums, and old magazine clippings like echoes that refuse to fade. Some people brush them off as harmless showbiz chatter, but others see them as part of a bigger pattern, one that exposes how relationships, rivalries, and power moves have always shaped fame in the music world. And lately, those whispers have gotten louder, thanks to resurfaced claims from people tied to the industry's inner circle. Artists like Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, have added a whole new level of drama to the conversation. Deal, in particular, has gone on record describing what he called exclusive Hollywood parties, secret events allegedly attended by top-tier celebrities, high-ranking politicians, and even global elites. He painted a picture of wild, luxurious nights filled with excess, secrecy, and questionable behavior. Whether those events really happened as described is still up in the air, but one thing's for sure. Those claims have become part of the growing legend surrounding Diddy's mysterious social circle. And it's not just Diddy and Jay-Z's names being dragged into the spotlight. Other big names keep popping up in these online stories. Kid Cudi, Cassie Ventura, even Elon Musk. Each one tied through rumors, lawsuits, or cryptic social media posts that fans can't stop dissecting. Cassie's 2023 lawsuit against Diddy, which was quickly settled, accused him of abuse, threats, and intimidation. But she didn't drop any other celebrity names. Still, that case cracked open a door that people haven't stopped peeking through. Then there's Kid Cudi's shocking revelation. He publicly confirmed that his car exploded back in 2012 after a dispute allegedly involving Diddy, though he made it clear Jay-Z had nothing to do with it. That confession alone reignited speculation about just how far these behind-the-scenes feuds might go. And just when things couldn't get any crazier, Elon Musk jumped into the mix with a single cryptic tweet hinting that many people in entertainment knew what was going on. He didn't name names, but he didn't have to. That one post was enough to blow the internet wide open again, sparking another storm of theories, videos, and late-night breakdowns across YouTube and X. At this point, the line between truth and rumor is completely blurred. Some fans are convinced there's a secret web of influence running the industry, a shadow network that decides who wins, who falls, and who gets silenced. Others argue it's just another round of gossip amplified by social media. A never-ending cycle where every rumor becomes a headline, every theory turns into content, and every click keeps the fire burning hotter than ever. No matter which side of this wild debate you're on, one thing everyone can agree on is this: the modern celebrity world is built on fragile glass. One viral clip, one cryptic tweet, or a single accusation, even without solid proof, can flip a superstar's reputation upside down overnight. Fame today isn't just about talent anymore. It's about surviving the internet's judgment, and that spotlight can burn hotter than ever. Jay-Z still stands tall as one of hip-hop's biggest power players, a billionaire mogul, businessman, and cultural icon who's built an empire from the ground up. But even he isn't untouchable. Every time his name gets linked to controversy, the world watches his every move like it's a chess match. Some see him as a man just protecting his legacy. Others think he's dodging questions that might be too risky to answer. Then there's Diddy, once one of the most celebrated figures in music, now trapped in a storm that could define the rest of his life. The same man who built Bad Boy Records and helped shape an era of hip-hop is now fighting legal battles and headlines that have turned his empire into a public spectacle. His downfall has left fans torn, some still loyal, others convinced the truth is finally catching up. Meanwhile, Candace Owens continues to stir the pot like only she can. She says she's fighting for the truth, exposing what others are too scared to touch. But her critics accuse her of chasing clicks and controversy for attention. Still, whether you agree with her or not, she's got everyone talking, and that's power in itself. And as for Beyoncé, she's been keeping her focus where it matters most, on her art, her tours, and her family. Despite all the wild rumors flying around her name, she's chosen silence and excellence over gossip, reminding everyone why she's still seen as one of the most disciplined and untouchable icons in the industry. In the end, maybe the truth behind all these scandals is way simpler than we think, or maybe it's way darker and more complex than anyone's ready to admit. What's clear is this: the entertainment industry runs on layers of power, secrets, and alliances that most fans will never see. Behind every red carpet smile and platinum record, there's strategy, loyalty, and tension simmering underneath. Whether these latest scandals finally pull the curtain back on hidden corruption or fade away like countless others before, only time will tell. As for us, the viewers, the fans, the ones who live for all the drama, this whole story is a wake-up call. It's a reminder to stay curious but cautious, because not every rumor is the truth, and not every denial means innocence. In today's world, where one video can break a career and one tweet can rewrite history, the line between fact and fiction gets blurrier every single day. So now it's your turn. What do you think? Was Candace Owens fearless for calling out Jay-Z, or reckless for stirring up the fire even more? Do you believe there are darker secrets hidden deep inside the music industry, or is this just a full-blown media circus running on hype and speculation? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I see everything you post and I love hearing your takes. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to catch up on the madness. Because if there's one thing we've learned from Hollywood, it's that truth and rumor often wear the same designer suit. And half the time, you can't tell which one's which. Stay tuned, stay skeptical, and keep your popcorn ready for the next one. You won't want to miss it.